Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Audio testing. All right, we are in business. All right, hey everybody. Welcome back to Okami. Hope you're... If you've watched any of the other videos up to this point, or the other past streams up to this point, hope you're having a good time enjoying the story and everything. I wanted to start on the load menu today because I just realized that we have just reached over the 31-hour mark right here in this playthrough. And that's an important goal because the end result screen, you have to have 31 hours or more in order to get a cherry blossom score, which is the highest score possible. So we have fulfilled that criteria. And just a fun little and exciting thing. Excuse me. Alright, so last time we had just finished up the Yoshpet Forest story and pretty much everything we needed to do there. Not everything, not all the side content, but we last entered Wawku Shrine here. What we need to do is we need to get to the top and finish off the twin demons, Leku and Neku. Stop, Ammy. See those glowing red beasts? Those are flame spiders. They resemble a blocking spider or platform spider. But as you can see, they'll burn you real good if you touch them. Let's play it safe, okay? You might get hurt if you try to hitch a ride like you usually do. Yeah, so so they are on fire, and you know, we usually deal with fire by using wind. But we really can't use wind, and I kind of don't think that we're gonna be able to rain them out either. So we'll have to come back to these guys. This gate ain't gonna open. There must be some sort of trick to it. Look, there's a hole smack dab in the middle. Alright, so we can't go progress that way at the moment. So what we will have to do instead, we'll have to figure out something else to do. Now, we didn't go this way last time. So what we can do here, these gears are going a little too fast, but fortunately we have the ability to slow down time. And we kind of need to keep on doing it so that we don't get caught up in everything. It's a nice little chest right up here. Some treasure inside. There we go. Goodness, excuse me again. Alright, let's continue on. Looks like we've got a chest coated in ice right here. And here's the sapphire tassels. This is where they will be. Okay, we can go this way. And it looks like there's some cannons over there that we're gonna have to deal with. Let's see what's behind this here. Ah, we got an igloo. No match for us. Look at that, one hit. And then we can even set it on fire for a floral finisher. No big deal. We got a cheeky clover leaf here. Some extra praise. Oh, look at those spiders. They are schmoovin'. Alright, but we can deal with these the same way as we did the gears. You also got to be careful around these pillars. I think that they hurt. Uh-oh, what we got going on now? Ah. I believe this is a red ogre. Alright. Can we damage him? Yep, we can. Oop. And we'll just give him Power Slash. Pretty easily dealt with. They're extremely strong at this point. And looky what we have here. Something caught up in a machine. Ammy, look! Check out this big contraption. It's got a nasty blizzard blowing right out of it. Can you believe those no-good demons? They're trying to turn Kamui into a giant ice cube with this thing. We gotta stop it now, Ammy. Your technique should be up to the task. I mean, this contraption doesn't look all that complicated. And usually these leaves should give you a good indicator that you should be doing some slowdown movements. Of course, for some reason, it's not doing anything. So, keen eyes might have seen this over here. So let's go ahead and move on into this little cave right here. And looky what we got here. Hmm? Hey, Ammy, check out this huge pattern carved out on the floor. Oh, I didn't realize there was a cursed tree there. Come on. There you go, you no-good tree. Oh, this looks like a really old pictograph or something. I know it takes loads of skill to convey meaning through art, but this pictograph takes that to a completely new level. Alright, so we need an up, and then a right, and then a left. Alright, so instead of messing with the wheels themselves, we need to do this. The lever is on the left side and is in ice. Now, yes, you can use your slow technique. But also, if you're able to catch it quick enough, you can just pause time by doing this. There we go. And we've freed it. Whatever it may be. And the blizzard stops. Now, I'm not 100% sure what this is. It's either a horn or a gourd of some sort. Or a horn made out of a gourd. Look! I think it's here. That 13th and final brush technique you lost. We finally found it. Fun fact, this is the only constellation in the game, I believe, that requires you to have 5 stars. Or to draw in 5 stars. And it's a yak. Ah, Amaterasu, origin and all that is good and mother to us all. In your absence, I took shelter here, only to become trapped. Beings of evil defile the world with impurity and darkness. Like a mighty snow flurry, I, Itigame, god of ice, have returned. I grant you the ability to freeze your foes to absolute zero. I am the last of the 13 gods you sought. You now possess the power to put an end to the evil forever. The 13th and final brush god is Itagami, the god of ice. You know what this means, Ammy? You've now recovered all the brush techniques you lost. Whoa, check out Itagami, Ammy. It was a horn. And now we have a new look. Divine Instrument, Solar Flare. Well, I guess that's it. We found the long-awaited 13th and final technique. Itagami's Blizzard power can freeze any monster to the bone. A fitting power to top off the rest, like icing on a cake. Hey, check out that flame spider over there. It'll make a perfect first victim. Place your brush on a mass of ice to harness its power, and then draw a line to the flame spider. Do that and the power of ice should rush into your brush. Go ahead, give that bone-chilling brush technique a try. So just as Issun says, we can now freeze things. Haha, that no good flame spider's frozen solid. So that's the power of Blizzard, the final brush technique. At last, I've seen all 13 of your techniques. The 13 celestial brush techniques, the power of the gods. Well, the celebrations are just gonna have to wait. The first order of business is getting out of here alive. I mean, what use will all the techniques be if I'm dead? Now don't go do anything stupid and getting us killed, Ammy. You know, kind of like this. Jumping on top of enemies. Now, there is an interesting thing that the game does not tell you here. So yes, we just got the 13th technique. And it's going to be in this one right here. So if we go to Blizzard, one of the 13 celestial brush powers, place the brush on ice and move towards a target. Blizzard tips. Placing the brush over ice reveals blue holy smoke. Yes. But also, what it really doesn't tell you is, if you look right there in the middle, there is a snowflake symbol. Now, if you make this snowflake symbol, it summons an icicle. Very similar to the fire and electric and lightning powers that we have. Very similar to these. But you just get this one by default, and it's incredibly hard to notice because, like I said, the game doesn't explicitly tell you about it. And it just makes it so that you can use Blizzard whenever you want. And look, there's a stray bead for Wawku Shrine. Now there are very few edge cases that you need this in. Can we use ice on this? No, we can't. Okay, so let's get back in here. Uh-oh. We got attacked by that little wheel guy. Let's also have a look at our new instrument. Sun-centric reflector imbued with the burning power of fire. So just like we can use Thunder Edge in order to channel lightning, we can also use Solar Flare in order to channel fire. Just like that. And I'm going to go ahead and use this gold dust on Solar Flare. This is also our strongest divine instrument. I believe without using a charge attack, the glaive does not do as much damage as Solar Flare. I don't remember the actual values, but Solar Flare is going to be our most powerful weapon in this entire game. And yes, I know, we are missing some beads. We are missing a rosary, but this is actually unobtainable until towards the very end of the game. We'll still be getting this, don't worry. Not today, but we will be getting that final rosary at some point. But I digress. Let's move on through the shrine. Oh, I missed one. We'll go right on up here. Oh, I missed. Well, that was unfortunate. But that did make me notice there was a chest on the way down. Alright, let's try this again. Although I do want this chest. Let's give this a shot instead. There we are. Unfortunately, this does put us right back down here. So we're going to have to re-maneuver back up that direction. But that's okay. A little bit of extra treasure, a little bit more money. Alright, now once more with feeling. There's another stray bead right off the bat. And I think that actually means that was the last stray bead, because I believe we got one in the last one as well. Yep, there it is. 3 out of 3 from Wawku Shrine. We only have a handful of beads left now. So we don't need to worry about the beads here anymore. I believe there are a few unique treasures that we still need to find here. Alright, now let's see. We need to melt this ice. That gives us a flower that we can bind ourselves with her to. And then some catwalk. And this is one of the things I really love about this game. It keeps almost every single one of the brush techniques completely relevant all the way through. The thing I really think is unfortunate is that rejuvenation doesn't get nearly as much time to shine in this game. Uh-oh. Rejuvenation does not get a lot of time to shine. It has its moments, but it doesn't get really enough use in this entire game. It's required. They're very niche cases. Okay. Give those a slice open. Now we have this. So just as before, we can do this. And then just keep it going. Woo! And if you hit those while they're spinning fast, it'll hurt Amaterasu, and then it'll just send her flying off. And, you know, we get the shrine map here when we don't really need it anymore. But an interesting thing you can do is you can also use ice, and you can completely freeze these solid. Which I think is really kind of fun. And of course, we can now use this to melt that ice. I think I jumped the gun here. Hang on, I see some ice right there. I want to use it on this. Oh boy. Alright, hang on. Alright, I want to do this. Can we not put those on ice? I guess we can't put these on ice. Alright, we just have to kind of be careful here then. Okay, there we go. Now this one. Oh, look at that. There we go. What do you have in store for us? Oh, this fella. And were you just a power slash? Yes, he was. They put a little ice thing here. Is like, oh, you can freeze him, which you can. Strong as we are, no real reason to, though. Okay, so we came from that direction, and the only other way we can go is this way. Whoa, whoa! Why do you always have to be so reckless? I mean, open your eyes, Furball. There's a big old hole here. You better be more careful. I'm too young and handsome to die. Hmm? Hey, look, this pit's got all that sparkly stuff in there. Sure does, Issun. What we need to do here, use our new ice powers. Simple enough. Nothing over there. And as before, we can do this. Do a little bit of a zigzag here. Platform placement, I remember being kind of funky sometimes, so you just have to be kind of careful. Oh, what the heck? I didn't even notice what hit us. Oh, there's a tree over there. Cheeky tree. Nope. Do this where it's not going to make ice. There you are. Oh, there's another one. I see one more behind that. You gonna throw one at us too? Oh, I think I actually threw Issun at him. And another one. I don't know if it's because I barked at it or what, but it seems like sometimes you bark at the trees and they'll finally throw stuff at you. Could just be a false confirmation, but we take those. Come on. Give me some wind. Thank you. Oh! Forgot about that thing. There we go. The fire was blocking that cannon. Whew, that was close. I think it did hit, but it wasn't too bad. Alright, got another one of those down. Easy peasy. Alright, where do we go this time? So we came from here, right? No, we did not. Did we come from in there? Oh yeah, there's the fire. Alright, so here you just have to be kind of careful. Also, there is a cannon here. Ah, when there's some ice. There we go. A little bit scuffed, but we made it through. There we go. Yes, there is a mirror here. Don't need it yet. We'll melt these chests. Melt the ice around these chests. And why not? We'll get into these pots a little bit. Okay. We've come to an arena of sorts. Uh-oh. Look who's here. This guy doesn't waste any time. I like his style. Oh my. This must be the silver demon, Neku. Actually, that might be Nechku. He's one of the twin demons that turned Kamui into an icy waste. What luck finding him alone. Sorry, fella. I know you just recently woke up from a long slumber, but you're gonna have to go back to being a statue again. Hey, where's that bird brain going? Huh? Look, over there. Ooh, look at it. Isn't that you from 100 years ago, Ammy? I don't get it. What's that old self of yours doing here? Sure, I knew he's come to help us. Haha. Whoa! Let's get him. Together with Shiranui. And here's a really cool thing. Oh, he's not gonna do it yet. Sometimes whenever you bring up... We'll just let Shiranui deal with that. Alright, let's see. Yep, sometimes when you let Shiranui draw, they do some really kooky things. Look at all this wind. Whoa. Alright, let's do a little bit of this because I just got encased in ice. Yeah, if you bring up the Celestial Brush and just let Shiranui do his thing, he will devastate Nechku's plans. You basically don't even need to do much here because Shiranui takes care of the whole fight. Like, oh my goodness, it's so cool. Wow. You guys really did a number on Bird Brain there. Quick, Ammy, before your old self steals all the glory. Finish that demon off. Look how big Shiranui is compared to Ammy. Oh. What the? That's the gold demon, Lechku. Lechku and Nechku. I always called them Leku and Neku. And look, isn't that Oki? At last I have you cornered. I'm going to finish you off this time. Kutone shall blaze silver once more. Those demons aren't finished yet. Better back out for now, Ammy. No, Oki, don't! This is what separates a hero from the rest. You are about to witness history in the making. Kutone, trusty sword of the great hero Oki, shall awake! Sure knew he was trying to tell him not to. Has he lost his mind? What the heck? I can't move. Huh? I can't even breathe. Oki. Get away from there. You demons. Curse you. But Shiranui's not phased. Oh no! Now's the chance. I can finish them off. Come on, Ammy, pull! Just a little more. Oki! Your sword! Huh? Kutone. It's glowing silver. By the great spirits of the air, earth, and sea. I was so blind. I should have known. At last I understand. The sacred sword Kutone, defender of Kamui, could not possibly wake while the heart of its wielder was clouded with selfish desire. That is why I couldn't defend Kamui with this sword, let alone protect the lives dear to me. Now don't start turning all sappy on me, Oki. You gotta focus. Focus! Finish off those demons, and you'll restore peace to your village. O spirits of the air, earth, and sea, and the sacred sword Kutone, grant me the power to save this land of Kamui. Yeah. Now you're talking. You get quite a bit from that. If I wouldn't have taken damage, then I probably would have gotten a little more, but it's alright. Shiranui, did you travel 100 years into the future just to help us? I don't know if you two are a divine comedy or a divine tragedy, but Shiranui's hurt pretty bad. You better hurry, Ammy. It seems those demons fled to the altar on the opposite side. I have no idea how to get there. This shrine is like a maze. We need something to lead us in the right direction. Wait, remember when this wolf struck one of the demons? Did you see the strange glowing piece that flew off of it? Maybe the shrine and those demons operate in a similar way. If only we had something to lead us in the right direction. Like a very obvious shiny golden thing. Aha. I have no idea what we just found, but it sure looks interesting. Amaterasu! This wolf isn't going to last much longer. I owe my life to this one now. I can't let this wolf die like this. Don't worry. I know this wolf's companion must be around here somewhere. You'll know him right away. He's a Ponkel, just like me. So this wolf has a Ponkel companion as well? And it looks almost exactly like Amaterasu. What's going on? Even their scents are the same. It's a long story, believe me. This is not exactly the time to be talking. We gotta chase down those demons. You're right. We must finish them off. Let's do it together this time. No. Listen, you two. I'm gonna stay here with this wolf. You go on ahead. What? I can't leave this one here all alone. What happened to this wolf is all my fault. Oki. Don't worry. I don't intend on having you fight those demons alone. I'll catch up with you once I finish off the rest of the monsters and make sure this area is safe. Keep forging ahead until then. Oh, come off it already, Oki. You're not really all that tough. I mean, with your plan, we'd end up having to worry about you. But if you insist, we'll leave this area to you. We'll go on ahead to where those demons are. Look after that wolf, okay? I will. O spirits of the air, earth, and sea, grant these two your divine power. Woohoo. Yeah, let's check Shiranui one more time. Shiranui, you've been hurt pretty bad. You wait right there. We'll finish off these... Right here. We'll finish off those demons. Then we'll be back to help you in no time. I know you're worried, Amy, but let's let Oki handle this. Plus, Oki will have some help. I know Shiranui has a companion just as good as me. Gramps can't be too far away. Give a bloom blessing. And Oki's just like, no. We can't bloom ourselves. Fortunately, it put us exactly where we need to be. Now we've got some trouble to contend with. Let me clear our visage for a moment. There we are. Now a couple of these are pretty easy to deal with because we've got two stationary cannons right here. So let's go ahead and take care of these right off the bat. Alright, those two are dealt with. Now, can we deal with this one as well? Ah, no, that one's already burnt out. Okay, so this one... If I remember correctly, the way these cannons work is they do a full quarter turn after you light them. So let's try this one right here. Yeah, it was close enough. Seems like it's a tiny bit less than a quarter turn. So let's try this. Oh. And it still counted. The good thing is, if you miss, I'm pretty sure that the wicks don't burn out, so you should be fine to try again. But now we just have one cannon to contend with, but we have to deal with it as we're crossing the chasm. Alright. I'd like a little bit more path, please. Thank you. Alright, so let's try to get this. Whoop. And try to make some more path before it goes away. Oh boy. Nope, nope, that worked. The juggling act. Ooh, come on. Give us some more. Whew. The juggling act is a little bit wonky, but it's doable. Alright, we did it. The path is open. We got a clover. Oh, and a fight. See, can we put this guy on ice? Oh, come on, camera. Work with me. Alright, we'll just gust that. Freeze. Nope. How about this? Give him a bomb instead. Nope. The bomb finished him off. Whoops. I'm pretty sure Blizzard is that Flora is the Flora finisher for them. Okay, is there anything interesting over here? Doesn't look like it, so we'll just have to deal with this frozen wall. And now we've got a frozen ball. And looks like we gotta take it in there. Oh, too far, too far, too far, too far. Come on, back ball. And then forward. The reason I'm not using my head to do this is because it'll hurt Ammy if we headbutt it or even touch this thing. I'm just gonna be a little careful. And this is why we need the ball here. Plenty of spicy wheels. And plonk. And here are the emerald tassels. And we can use the iced up wheels in order to ice up some more wheels. If you notice over here, we've got something. Something important, we've got a key. Now let's use a technique that we haven't really gotten to use. Let's use our snowflake. Alright. Made it across with no issues. Get this door open. That might have actually been the final one of those doors in the game. And we can get the ice off of this by using solar flare. Got some pottery and a godly charm. Who goes there? Hey, how'd you get in here? You ain't coming to invade us poor folk at Wawku Shrine, have you? You have? You've got me to answer to. Fight to end all fights. The best way to sell it? With a bit of business, of course. Another imp seller. Let's sell him our treasure. And we're almost at 1.5 million. But he doesn't really have anything of great interest. Not at the moment, anyway. What was that? Vengeance slips. Oh, wow. Vengeance slips are expensive. And look, it's Oki. Oki? How'd you get here so quick? Actually, I owe it to that wolf and his little friend. A Ponkle appeared after you left and told me to go help Amaterasu. Also note that Oki calls Shiranui a he, but Amaterasu is a she. So it's an interesting thought that Shiranui was male, but Amaterasu is female. Or at least they use those pronouns. Just something fun. So that was the wolf's companion you were talking about, right? That wolf really seemed to perk up when that Ponkle appeared. Looked like the wolf had recovered somewhat. I sensed they had a bond that made me feel they'd be okay. So I left them and came rushing here. But enough talk for now. I take it if you're here, those demons must be somewhere up ahead. Well, Amaterasu, will you fight alongside me? Fight together with Oki? Let's rumble! O spirits of the air, earth, and sea, grant us your divine power. And here's one of my favorite boss fights in this game, because it's so unique. Nechku and Lechku. So this is where those bird brains went. They're trying to hide while they lick their wounds. We can't let these infernal contraptions get away this time. I don't think we have enough energy to chase them down again. Them? Get away again? No prey has ever eluded my trusty Dinkomaru more than once. Nor my own. Let's go. We don't have Shiranui with us this time, but we've got Oki. Alright, let's see what they do. We know what to do with those bulbs. Open them up. Gives us some health. Hey! Zappy zappy. And then look. Now, Amaterasu, pull me back like an arrow and fire me at those demons. I'll pull them down to the ground. Woo! And we give him a slice. And then a good thrashing. Look at that. Over half of his health done. And, you know, we have a little bit of fire that we can use to blast that. Whoa! Got frozen for a moment there. I think what you can do during this fight is you can also freeze them so that they stop doing some nonsense. Nope. I've been grabbed. Oki's good about repositioning and helping you out. Alright. Looks like Lechku's down. Let's see if we can't freeze him and see if we can keep him from doing something. Nope. And Oki will run over and we can fire him at Nechku one last time. Smack. And they're down. Boom. The twin demons, which had suddenly woken atop Ezofuji and tried to lay waste to the land of Kamui, were defeated. They disappeared in a burst of petals thanks to Oki and Amaterasu. However, a giant cloud, black as night, cast a shadow on the scene. Blight, Ninetails, the twin demons, Lechku and Nechku. The souls of each were swept into the cloud as it moved. It drifted towards the Ark of Yamato at the bottom of Laochi Lake. The Ark of Yamato is beckoning all of the world's darkness within. Tuskull's words echoed ominously, awakening Amaterasu's heart. All the sacrifices, all the life lost in the name of good. Was it all in vain? Shiranui, Amaterasu's 100-year-old incarnation, was fatigued and exhausted by the intense battle. However, when Shiranui noticed the glow of Oki's sword, Kutone, a sly smile seemed to crease the wolf's tired lips. Satisfied with this bright glimmer of hope, Shiranui struggled to rise and put every last ounce of strength into passing through Ishaku's gate back in time, back home. As Amaterasu and Issun looked on, they were fully aware that Shiranui headed back into the face of danger, to the battle with Orochi. After saving Nagi from the clutches of death and aiding them in their own quest, Shiranui would die a hero, marking the beginning of the legend of Orochi. As Ishaku left the scene, his eyes betrayed the sort of toughness one exhibits when preparing for a grave event. And we get a solar fragment for defeating the demons. Sun fragment. That's not our last one. We still have one more to get. Amaterasu and the others returned to the foot of Ezofuji. There they saw Lika, praying intently. The storm had subsided. Then, as if to celebrate their hard-won victory, the twin volcanoes of Ezofuji erupted in great pillars of flame. The villagers felt the warmth on their skin and wept tears of joy. However, Oki merely surveyed the scene stoically, remaining silent. Although the evil demons had been driven away, the thought of having taken the sword and caused so much grief weighed heavily on his heart. The only one who could ease the burden of his woes was Samikul. The chieftain who had rescued Kimu from the shrine stepped forward. Silently he approached Oki, offering an outstretched hand. His eyes betrayed the complexity of the emotions behind the gesture. Oki, realizing the gravity of the scene, extended his hand in turn. The moment they shook hands, Wapkir was reborn into a village far too strong to ever fall victim to evil again. As for Kutone, the sword that vanquished the twin demons, it was returned to its pedestal by Oki's own hands. And as long as the glow remained, no evil dared draw close. Kutone's gleam spoke of a power too great to succumb to evil. At that moment, a brilliant flash of light shot forth from Kutone, striking squarely on the frozen surface of Laochi Lake. Though the lake had never shown any signs of melting, cracks began to open up along its surface. The legend of the Iron Ark, Yamato, said to have fallen from heaven and the holy Lauchi Lake, which it called home, was revealed to be more than a mere legend before all those present. The Rainbow Bridge.
The Ark of Yamato. It's floating in the sky. How can such an enormous thing float in the sky like that? It must mean what the old legend says is true. The legend about how this Ark, which was sunk into Lauchi Lake, fell from the celestial plane and into our world. It says the Celestials, who fell to our world with it, were eaten up by countless vicious monsters. By the army controlled by the evil ruler of darkness, Yami. So the Ark of the Yamato is related to the powers of darkness. Oops. I want to talk to Lika. Tuskull, I'm scared.
You know what we've never seen though? Look at little Lika. Little puppy. Oop. Got Tuskull again. Turn Tuskull into one as well. Too much fire. Give us bloom. Aha. The wall of ice shall shatter and open the way to the heavens when Kutone glows silver. The prophecy's wall of ice is not the demon's blizzard. Rather, it's the ice on our perpetually frozen lake. Amaterasu, if that ark is the way to the heavens, then you must embark upon it. Though we have not known each other long, I can already tell what sort of being you are. For you, the realm of the gods lies ahead. It is a journey the rest of us cannot take. You knew that, didn't you, Amaterasu? Nope. Oh, that's just the day turning into night. The Ark of Yamato. They say it fell from the heavens. It's indeed imposing. I think Old Man Kimu is supposed to be here somewhere. He might actually just be back in his house. Alright. But while this is the next part of the story, this is not where we're ending today. Because as soon as we cross that bridge, it is absolutely the point of no return. There's no coming back. So we've got some business to attend to. There's some stray beads to find, some fish to fish up, possibly some treasures to obtain. Let's take a look at our treasures right now. So we are missing two treasures. They are going to be some of the tassels, because as you can see, there's a bunch of tassels here. So we're missing 2 of the tassels. And we're missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stray beads. Most of them are going to be pretty easy to get. Pretty sure we have the entire travel guide. There's 30 scrolls here. Yep, we have the travel guide. We are missing some of the moves in the move list. 3 of them to be exact. 2 of them, I believe, are going to be the Rosary and Glaive power-ups for having them equipped. And then one of them is going to be the companion to Golden Fury, which is Brown Rage. If you can imagine what that's going to be. Let's just get rid of all these new banners. Oops. Great Tengu. That's what it is. So this is a blue Cyclops. That guy was a Great Tengu. That was the Bull Charger, True Orochi, Nagi, Dogu. Then we have Nechku and Lechku. And we have fed almost 100% of all the animals. We still have some, but we don't need... As far as achievements go and other sorts, we don't need to feed 100% of the animals. We just need to have fed at least one of every animal. And we have seen every single kind of animal there is to feed in the game. Now, we haven't decided yet. Might go and get the 100% for all of them. I personally don't think it's necessary because we've also fully maxed out Amaterasu with Faith. There are no more Faith upgrades we can get, so it's really not 100% necessary. We still have one sun fragment that we need to find. I have an idea where it might be. I think it might be here in Webkir. I could be wrong, however. So I'm going to take a peek right over here. So we have some sheep here. Because I never went back here behind Lika's house. If I find animals that haven't been fed, I will still feed them. I'm just not, at least not right now, intending on pursuing them. Now, possibly... Well, maybe not there. Aha! There's a chest right there. And I think this has our last sun fragment. And that gives us 20 full sun fragments. So there's a full health bar. So yes, the Lechku and Nechku fight would have given us the final sun fragment if I would have gotten that early. But we have it now, so that's okay. Now another thing we need to do is talking about the Day of Darkness. So we've got those. Okay. Now let me think. What should we do first? We've got stray beads that we need tending to. Let's just start in Shinshu Field then. If I go down, here we go. Okay, so let's see. Can we do the sun out? Okay, it is daytime. You'll notice it is still kind of dark. Alright. This fella here has something. Hey, is that? Can it be? Yeah, it's him. It's that guy. Hey! Like, don't be so loud, man. No need to disrupt nature's harmony with a loud voice. You don't need to squeal like a rat for me to hear you. Did you just call me a rat? Still, getting excited about my next masterpiece is only natural. And so now... allow me to unveil my greatest creation. My latest vase, my last vase, the pure neck. Well, see the irresistible charm of its naive simplicity? It's so great, like, I don't even know what to do with it. Here, white connoisseur, you look after it. And we have to have saved Lika in order to get this one. I believe the exact condition is to bring her to Wawku Shrine. So it's entirely possible that we don't even have to go through the shrine in order to get this one. But, you know, why wouldn't you?
So just as the 4 other ones, we need to take this to a guardian statue, and this last one is going to be all the way down here where the moon cave used to be. There we go. And of course it's going to give us some faith, which we no longer need, but it's a good gesture. Now we need to go back to him. Just a nice peaceful run. Hello again, sir. So how's my best ever vase doing, white connoisseur? I guess I shouldn't bother asking, huh? I'm sure you found the perfect place for it, friend. Let me give you something to say thanks. The last stray bead for Shinshu Field. It's trippy, man. You know, I'm not sure that vase was even real. I don't think I'll ever have what it takes to make another like that. The lifestyle of a master potter isn't an easy one, man. But that's exactly why I became one. The real challenge is like only just started. Back to work. Alright. And that is finally every single stray bead in Shinshu Field. So we have the first 3 rows done entirely. Now let's take a quick detour back into Kamiki Village. We're gonna go give Sakuya a visit, because we haven't in a while, and after some very, very important events, she will grow us some fruit that we can cut down and get some rewards. And beating the twin demons, I would say, is a pretty significant event. Nothing else to do in town proper. We've done everything that we need to do here. And I don't believe that there are going to be any treasures of great import from this tree. However, we can come here just to say that we have gotten it. Get that, a silver pocket watch. And that's it. Just the one. Although I'm curious, can we talk to Sakuya? Does she show up? She does.
Ah, great Mother Okami Amaterasu. The vile creatures that threaten our world are growing in strength. It is of the utmost importance that we exercise great caution. As you rejuvenate each guardian sapling, I sprout a new fruit.
That's how you get the new fruits.
These are known as guardian fruit. They contain wondrous treasures I'm honored to offer you. Each time you revive a sapling, you may return to Kamiki for more. Here, receive my offering. Your journey will be a long one, but perhaps this will aid you. May the fresh scent of flowers protect you always.
Got that, furball? Revive a sapling and you get some fruit. Don't be shy. There's nothing like a present from a hot babe. Of course not. Too little too late. We already cut down all the fruit, so... So there you go. It's not because of important events. It's every sapling that you revive. Sakuya gives you another fruit. So that last fruit would have been from the one that we got back in Kamui. Okay, we're going to make a quick trip to Cyan City. Or not. There we go.
Thought there was one closer. Apparently there's not. Actually, you know what? Let's go to Kusa Village first, because I know for a fact I am missing 2 gold dust. And they sell gold stuff here. Gold dust here. We've already bought the ones here. Okay. Whoops. Okay, so we bought them ones here. The only other place... Actually, I wonder... There are 2 other places that we can buy gold dust from right now. And one of them is going to be Agata Forest. It's been so long, I really don't remember if I managed to get the ones from Agata Forest or not. We can also, I don't know, did we take care of this one alright? We did. So if we bonk this open, we've got our clover. Okay, let's find the merchant here. Should just be right up here. Let me see your wares, good sir. The bridge to Kusa Village has been repaired. Yeah, for quite a while. Look at that! 2 pieces of gold dust that we've been missing the entire game because I never talked to this guy, I don't think. So this gold dust, we can put it to... Why don't we give him to the life beads? And then, why don't we use this last one on Divine Retribution? And now, I know, you're thinking. The Devout Beads haven't been enhanced, and we also need one for whatever the final beads are. Well, I'll just tell you right now, we get the final set of beads and the 2 pieces of gold dust that we're missing from the same shop. Which we have to board the Ark of Yamato to do. And after we board the Ark of Yamato, we will not be able to come back anywhere. So that will be some of the last stuff that we will ever do. Okay. So let's go back. Actually, I need to look at the beads real quick, because I forgot which ones we need still. Ah, hello Maria. Good to see you. Okay, so we have one in the Gale Shrine that we need to go after. We have one on North Ryoshima Coast. We have one in Kamui. We have 2 in Yoshpet. And 1 in Pongtan. So let's do this. There you are, Maria. Good to see you. The first time I said hello to you, you had popped out. Okay, let's go to Inner Yoshpet. So we're going to go to Pongtan first. Went a little too far. I think we can get there by going through here. Or maybe it doesn't. Here we go, here's Pongtan. Not this place again. Boy, you're weird. Well, Furball, you gonna go in or what? Yes. Get in there and do what you gotta do already. I'm staying. Nothing's gonna change my mind. This slick helmet of mine gets ruined. It's such a gloomy place. And we can skip that. Alright. Now we need to go visit Old Man Ishaku. Hello, Wolf. Here to pay another visit to Ishaku. I'm assuming that means yes. He's been full of energy since your last visit. It's quite incredible. He even regained his eyesight. And then we get some praise from him. You get quite a lot of praise just for being near the end of the game. Hi, Ishaku. This village is blessed with light from luminous moss. That's why no one else has noticed, but I can feel it. The day of darkness is almost here. Don't look at me like that, Ammy. Yes, you're right. I do have a grandson. His name is Issun. Even when he was small, he had the potential to surpass me. I expected a lot from him, so I trained him really hard. But it backfired, and he ended up hating painting. I doubt he even pick up a brush nowadays. If you ever bump into him on your travels, please tell him that I'm praying for his happiness. And give him this. A stray bead. That's all I can do for him now. But I love my grandson. More than anyone could ever know. Well, thank you, Ishaku. And that's what we needed from here. Let's get out of here if you're done. Oh, Issun. Look, it's Kai. Amaterasu, what in the world are you doing here? Well, honestly, I knew you'd come back here. When we ran through the forest together before, I was really surprised to find that you could keep up with me. No one's ever come close to beating me in a race before. Ever since that day, I've had this burning question in my head. Which one of us is the fastest? I'm absolutely desperate to know once and for all. And that's why you came here too, right? So, shall we race? Sure. Okay. We'll race through the forest to the clearing. Whoever gets there first is the winner. O spirits of the air, earth, and sea, bestow upon me your divine powers. Okay, first I'm going to do something that I should have done before doing this. We're putting the peace bell on. Nope, and immediately going to get hit twice. Not off to a great start. But this is the biggest reason why... Ooh, I missed one. This is the biggest reason why I was so insistent on getting all of these trees dealt with on the first run through here. Because I knew we would have to come back here and race Kai. And now we just do not have to mess with him. Oh, come on. Not doing so hot right now. Amaterasu, please. Yeah, I am doing quite pathetically at the moment. Oh, look, I just saw her. Thing is, she takes shortcuts too, so we have to figure the shortcuts ourselves. There she is. Alright, gonna have to gain some ground on this one. And we have, you know, an infinite number of chances in order to make this work. Oh, why did you lose all of your momentum, Ammy? I'm gonna have to do this one again because I just completely botched it up. Oh, yes, of course. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to ice myself multiple times over. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I completely and utterly just botched this entire operation. Well, since I have, I might as well just go on the end of this road and get whatever's at the end of it. Because I know for a fact that there's stuff at the end of these. Hey, look, a stray bead. That's actually the second stray bead we needed from Yoshbet. Thank you, Maria. Yes, it is a little difficult, especially when I'm not used to doing this. I remember I used to be able to do this pretty well, but yeah. We'll give her a confidence boost.
I won! I won! I can run faster than the great Amaterasu. Kai of the Oina, the fastest in the world. Why are you staring at me like that? You're trying to tell me you didn't give it your best shot?
I messed up a lot is what I'm trying to say.
Fine, I'll take you on again. Come back to the force entrance and we'll have a rematch.
Yeah, I definitely wanted a rematch. It is a utterly dog water performance that I had. There, I didn't botch the very first jump this time. Doesn't help that the camera wants to fight me. If I had one complaint about Okami, it is that the camera loves fighting you when you really don't want it to. Ow. Okay, we need to take a right. Already doing much better. And then that happens. Didn't need the timer, I just wanted to go ahead and get it. There we go. Ooh, let's go ahead and scorch that snowball right there just so it doesn't whack us. And we cut this one long. There we go. Oh, that one aimed for me. That was some nonsense right there. Come on now. Just go ahead and run down this way. And Kai isn't waiting for us this time, so that means we did it. Attempt 2 isn't such a bad thing. In the long term, we did it, so. Great.
But that's not possible. I ran as fast as I could.
How could you possibly have managed to get past me like that? Suppose this is what happens if you take on the great Amaterasu. Well, it's kind of a relief in a way. Ever since the first time I met you, the only thing on my mind has been which of us can run faster. I was losing sleep wondering about that. Thanks for finally putting my mind at ease. Now I can see you off on your travels without a heavy heart. I'll be praying for you to have a safe journey. Here, take this. All right. So there we go. We got the bottom set done. Now there are only 3 more stray beads. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of research. Oop. Let me see. I want to find where these last 2 treasures are. So we need whatever is between the jade tassels and the turquoise tassels. Let's see, it looks like we are missing the cat's eye tassels and the agate tassels. Oh. Actually, it looks like we gotta go back into Puncton for the agate tassels. I appear to have missed them on one of my endeavors. So we'll go back into Puncton real quick. So it seems... Oh, look at that. Oop. Well, that's going to be interesting. There we go. Look at that. I missed the chest right here. Now, how do I get back is the question. Probably just have to take this one. There we go. And unfortunately, we do have to do one more run into the forest. Oop, wrong way. Alright, so let's get back to the forest entrance. We can leave Kai there this time. Want to return to Puncton clearing? Well, fine then. Follow me. See, whenever Kai doesn't guide us, Issun will guide us instead. Oh, shucks. we can do is we can also finish up this little tree right here that we missed. Not necessary, but, you know. I know that there's 2 groupings of 3 trees in Inner Yoshpet that we never did, the cursed trees that we never did finish, but we don't need to do anything else other than that in there, and we don't need any praise, so they can stay cursed trees. We don't need to go there ever again. So what we need to do is we need to go the wrong way, and this should be our cat's eye tassels. There we go. Cat's eye tassels. And that is going to be the last of the treasures in our treasure tome. Now I wonder if I can do this. If I run this way and then run back, will it take us back to the clearing? It will. There we go, cat's eye tassel and agate tassel. And that is 100% of the treasure tome done. Now we don't have 100% of the bestiary done, but that is simply because we have not gone to the final fight yet. There's also another reason that we don't have 100% of it done. So our next stop is going to be the Gale Shrine. We're going to go take care of the stray bead that is still in the Gale Shrine. Going to the origin mirror that's over here. It's going to take a minute. Okay. There it goes. So let's make our way back to Kusa Village. And I will go ahead and do a save here just in case. I don't think I'll need it necessarily, but it'll be good to have. Alright, here we are back in the shrine. And down here. So, some might remember there's this nice little offshoot right here. I believe that this particular event happens after you defeat Orochi for the first time. But look, it's Princess Fuse and some of the canine warriors. Hey Princess Fuse, how's it going? Are those the 5 canine warriors falling in line? They look awfully bored. You sure they're even awake? Why, it's the White Wolf and Little Bug. Run
nice of you to return to the Gil Shrine. I've been waiting for you. You have? I have trained the remaining canine warriors. Introducing the new Satomi canine warriors, the Kusa 5. Rain or shine, they shall battle monsters and all their evil. Here in Taka Pass, none can match their power. Please test the power of the Kusa 5 for yourselves. Huh? Pretty please. You'd be an honor to have the Bane of Crimson Helm and Orochi battle against the Kusa 5. Heh. Well, if you put it that way. But first, there's something I must mention. The Kusa 5 is a tough, battle-hardened group. They won't hold back once the match begins. Once their honor is on the line in fierce battle, I would not be surprised if one of you fell in battle. The Kusa 5 is at least 10 times more powerful than Orochi. This will be a life-or-death struggle. You must prepare to face a battle unlike any you've seen before. Will you accept the challenge? That's a dumb question. You really think this stubborn wolf will back down? Right, Amy? We gonna do this death match or what? Fight the Kusa 5? Bring it. Excellent. O faithful canine warriors, members of the Kusa 5, prepare to face the invincible white wolf and little bug. Let's make it a fair and clean fight. And this is why I waited so long. You gotta face against 4 of these all at once. And they all have a very similar moveset. Alright, we've already got him almost all the way down. Ooh, it's whenever they do their howls that things really... Ooh, what am I stuck on? Oh, I think one of them dug a hole. Or I might have just gotten stuck on the torch. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm getting rid of those. Oh. Alright, one down. Whew. Getting hurt. And 2 down. Ah, the dash got me. Can we knock one over? There we go. Will this end him? Not quite. This one will get ended right there. Alright, that's 4 of them down. Now, you have to go up against... Right back into it. We fight Tay. Oh no, not Tay. We have to fight against the 3 canine warriors that we had to hunt down. They have all the same abilities that they had previously. Let's see if we can get Ume first. Actually, I'd really like to get Hayabusa and Ume first because they dig, and the holes they dig are really a pain. And one of them is, in fact, leaving little bombs on the ground. It is quite a thing. I don't know if my bomb's going to do anything. Alright, Hayabusa's almost down. Oh, dang it, you holding son of a gun. Alright, Hayabusa's gone. They're leaving the... Oh, I'm stuck.
These three attack way faster as well. Alright, that's a one-on-one again. Okay. That's 3 more of them done, so that's 7. I think 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 1 more though. I think we gotta fight Tay again, and he is the fastest of all. He's also got his dive kick move. Ah. Oh, jeez. No, shouldn't have done that. Almost got him down. There we go. Whew. I was never in any extreme danger, but man, it is rough fighting all of them all at once.
Enough! What magnificent techniques you have. You are most worthy of my praise.
Nah, we probably just got lucky this time. Anyway, was it just me, or did I see the other 3 join in too?
Indeed you did, for even when apart, their hearts beat as one. In the hour of need, the other canine warriors appear.
So then where are they during the Crimson Helm battle?
Well, you see, in any event, it is now clear. White Wolf and Little Bug shall forever be the standard for which the Kusa 5 aim. Thank you for your most excellent guidance. The Saitomi house shall continue keeping the peace. Now, my friends, please accept this as a token of the Saitomi house's friendship. As long as you bear this, you shall have our eternal goodwill. A stray bead.
Woohoo! This is a good chance if you haven't fed any of them to feed them. Quite sure that we have though. Tay. Our battle was a great experience for me. I shall now forge my mind and body in a bid to surpass you. You hear that, Furball? This sleepbag's got guts. I'm tired from all that training after today, but I'm awake now that I've seen such power. Huh? Kinda late now.
Practice makes perfect. I do not want to lose, no matter what.
I get it, okay? Now will you just relax? It was great fun battling against you. Come and play with us again. Hear that, Amy? We have some new playmates. The look of delight on Princess Fuse's face was extra special. Yeah, I know what you mean.
White Wolf, Little Bug, you shall forever be our standard. Your name shall be remembered in Kusa Village for all eternity.
Really? Well, that's quite an honor. Now, how about you stop calling me Little Bug already? Now, as rough as that fight was, there are 2 more fights that are very similar to it. So we got a stray bead from there. That was our Gale Shrine one. So that was our Gale Shrine 3. And we have 2 more. These last 2 stray beads are going to be some of the hardest fights in the entire game. So just like in, I think it was, so it wasn't this one. So it was probably this one or this one. One of these stray beads. There is a gauntlet of 10 devil gates that you have to go through. They are in the bandit spider caves. And you can't leave the cave without finishing all 10 fights. And you get a stray bead. We did one in Ryoshima Coast. There's another in North Ryoshima Coast and another in Wepkir. And they are even harder than the one in Ryoshima Coast, because the enemies in it have 2, if not 3 or more times the attack power, the health. It's just a whole lot harder to fight than their normal counterparts. The one in Wepkir especially is extremely tedious, because some of the later fights have you fighting against multiple variations of enemies, like I think Waka, Evil Rao, and even Nagi. So they are something else. So I think what I'm going to wind up doing is I'm going to dedicate the next stream to doing those. And for now, what I'm going to do is we're going to do some fishing. Because we still need to get all of the fish dealt with. Ah, here we go. Here's the bestiary for all the canine warriors. Guess I could just quickly scroll through all of them. There we go. There's Shin. So, there we go. We've got all of the canine warriors logged in. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, but the fish tome, we still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. 17? 16. 16 fish. Because we lack the ones that we lack the ones from North Ryoshima Coast and from Wepkir itself. So let's throw this on. And I think we're just going to have a nice, relaxing rest of the stream with some fishing. Might take a little while, it might be really quick. Hard to say. Okay. So let's see. We have... So there's Whopper. So the only ocean fish that we currently have... I know the marlin was caught here. I don't know that the squid was caught here. I think it was the yellowtail. Or the scallop and the clownfish. Maybe the blowfish as well. Ooh. Okay. Nothing to it but to do it, though. Hey there, pup. It's been a while. Did you get a taste of that great big fish at Umi's restaurant? With that chef at the knife, everyone's happy. Even the fish. Want to see some good fishing, pup? Stick around. Alright, so we'll just have a nice, relaxing rest of this. Not going to be any big events happen the rest of this, so sit back, relax, enjoy the fishing music. And the grunting of this guy, apparently. And this one's really, it's not getting any progress on them. There we go. Oh, it's just another clownfish. Stop giving me clownfish. I'm actually going to turn it to nighttime, though. Trying to go after the small fish first because there's a couple of the smaller ones that I need, and they don't show up as much whenever you are further into the fishing. God, another clownfish. I need the not clownfish small fish. Okay, what about you? You going to be something else, or are you just going to be another clownfish? It's just going to be another clownfish. Oh, come on now. Yeah, let's go for something else. Let's go for a medium size. There we go. That's something new. Yeah, let's try another small. I'm telling you, they are just all turning up to be these. Oh, this one's fighting different. Of course, it's not small fish. This one looks to be more of a medium. Hey, there's a nautilus. Yeah, let's go for this big one right here. See what it is. I think this is just a yellowfin. Yes, fish. Oh, it's a bonito. I think we did need to get that one, maybe. There's a big one right there. Got it. Oh, I can already tell you that this is a sunfish. This is the only fish in the game that has this sensitive of a line. Yeah, this one, this is a struggle to keep this one just because of how. You want to try a bonito? I've never had one myself, but then again, I'm not really a big fish person. I always enjoy, well, I frequently enjoy fishing in games. This is one of the less, this is one of the more not more challenging, but this is one of the fishing mini games that gives me a challenge in a game, but it's not such a struggle. Like Stardew Valleys is a struggle sometimes. This one, it's still a challenge, but it's not too much. Really don't want another sunfish just because they're not really fun to fight with. Yeah, it's another sunfish. I do need some of the bigger ones still, though. I might have to leave and come back and get a new round of fish to get the smaller ones, because I'm missing a starfish, which is a small size. Whoops. Let's see if I can. Let's see what this one is. It's not a big one. Never mind, it's another sunfish. I thought it was a different size. It was not. Golly. The struggle to get something new is so real. Yeah, I think after I catch this sunfish, I'm going to exit and come back and see if I can't get some of the smaller fish to respawn again. So we're gonna back out real quick and then talk to him again. Well, now you see how big the sea is, huh? Not really, you just kept on giving me clownfish and sunfish. Alright, give me a starfish, please. Thank you. That's what I wanted. Okay. Now we can go for the mediums. Actually, no. Now I need to change it back to daytime, make sure it's daytime. The problem with this point of the game is that the sky is pretty dark no matter where you go. So day and night are going to look pretty similar. Okay, so now we need to keep it daytime and catch some small ones. Because we're looking for a specific small daytime fish. Well, now that I don't need a starfish, it's just giving me only starfish. Alright, give us something different. Not a clownfish and not a starfish, please. That's another starfish. And there's a clownfish. Keep the sun out. about you? I'm gonna be what we want. Nope, just another clownfish. Hang on, that one looks like maybe it's smaller. Maybe not, but wishful thinking. Yep, it was wishful thinking. Going smaller than that. Need some itty bitties. That might work. Let's see where you are. Just another clownfish. There's only one more small fish in the coast that we need to find. Oh, that's a big one. And it's gone. You know what, let's try for this big one right here and see what it is. Hey, it's a turtle. We did need this one too. So that's not a bad find. Funny, this one is considered a medium-sized fish, but it's quite large. Is it gonna take 2 or 3? Yep, just 2. Loggerhead turtle? Yep. What about you? I know you're not small, and not the small one I'm looking for, but maybe it'll be something new. Nope, just another red snapper. I'd still like a small fish. I don't think you're considered small, but we'll see about you. Another snapper. Golly. I mean, the good thing about all these fish is that it's going to get us money. That is the bonus. There are still some dojo moves that we need to go after. I tell you, the snappers are now starting to become the bane of my existence. You know, since we already have the bigger fish showing up, let's turn it to night. There's a medium-sized night-only fish I need to grab. Let's see if you're in. Whoa, fast. That's just another bonito. Let's go for you. Are you the medium-sized fish that we need? That's another nautilus, which I think is a small fish, isn't it? No, it's a medium size apparently. What about you? Another nautilus. I am looking for a nighttime only fish in this place, but it's not the nautilus. Not nautilus. And the red snapper back to troll me. Keep it nighttime, please. What about you? I think this is gonna be another snapper. Nope, it's the lobster. That's what we were looking for. Alright, going to check. I believe I still need to catch a small daytime fish from here. We did get a good haul of new fish. So let's see, I need a couple. So I need whatever this is, which is going to be here. Whatever this is, which is going to be from here. Then these two are going to be in Kamui. And the blowfish, this one's in Kamui. And then this one is a medium here. Lobster. Yep, lobster. Okay, so I have one more time-specific fish to get from North Ryoshima Coast, and then the rest of them are just size. So we need to try and find a daytime-only small fish. So I'll just let these reset, and then I'll try to get this one. Because we're trying to find a little fella. What about you? We're going to be finding a lot of starfish and clownfish, I bet. I swear, even more than some of the fights in this game, or the fishing takes the longest to complete. Simply due to the fact that just some of them are just so annoying to try and catch. Not being able to see what's under the water. What about you? You gonna be what we need? Maybe. It seems to be moving a little bit differently. No, that's just a starfish. We'll go ahead and we'll catch a medium. This actually might still be small, but I don't think... Yeah, it could be. I actually don't know if this is going to be... Oh, well, yep. That's what I was looking for. Turns out I was looking for the wrong kind of small. Here we go, a striped snapper. Yeah, I wasn't going to consider that a small size, but I guess the game said differently. Alright. All the rest of the fish we need now are medium or larges. We do need them to be caught. One of them needs to be caught during the day. There we go, let's see what this is. Yeah, I'll be honest, I was expecting that fish to be smaller. It was actually quite big. Let's see, can we get a little bit bigger than that? Yeah, that might work. Like I said, we gotta go for some mediums and some larges now. The red snapper is not the medium I'm looking for. I don't even know if that's a medium. Eh, it is. Guess we might need it to be... We need the sizes to increase a little bit. There we go. Now we're getting some bigger fish. Oh, this one's a little swirly. And another turtle. Feel kind of bad. Not trying to catch the turtles. Bum bum. Oh, there's some big ones. Alright, I need to make sure it stays daytime. Oh, that's a big one. Let's see what this is. Because I do still need to... Well, that's a sunfish. I always immediately know the sunfish just because of how atrocious they are to catch with this. They are so sensitive. Fortunately, they don't really put up much of a fight. It's just a matter of keeping the bar in the green. Okay, let's go for... Is this going to be considered a medium? Because I still need a medium fish from here. There we go. That's what I was looking for. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. There we go. That's what we needed. Now we just have one more fish that we need to catch from here. And it has to be during the daytime. Oop. Is that one already disappearing? It is. Oops, I did some wind. Okay, so we need to catch large fish now during the day. 'Cause there's a single fish that we have remaining in North Ryushima Coast, and then we can go back to Kamui. Not the turtle. When it lives on a reef and has 2 sets of teeth, that's amore. That's right. I feel like this is going to be another sunfish, but let's give it a go. It's another sunfish. Unfortunately, the sunfish shares the large size that we need for the final fish here as well. Gonna go. Thank you, Maria, for joining. Have a good time. What about you? Let's go after you instead. That's another sunfish. One of these days, I'll get a fish that isn't a sunfish, and it's a large size. See, do you have any bigger fish, maybe? Oh, that's big. And yet it's another sunfish. This last fella is going to be a hassle, I can tell. There's a nice big one. You gonna be what we want? Oh, it's not a sunfish this time. We do have something different. There we go. This is what we're after. A manta. Whoa, big boy. Alright, that was the last fish that we could have gotten from North Ryushima Coast. That's amore. Big ol' manta. Okay. And now we can head right on back to Kamui and we can finish out the fishing journal there. And the fishing tome. And actually, instead of going to the mirror, we'll take a quick pit stop. Oh look, there's a crystal rock with a clover underneath it that we didn't get before. Forgot that one was there. And look, we have 1.9 million yen. We're getting real close to the 2 million that we need for one of the moves. Okay, so we're going to offload our fish here. And also the last of our treasures, too. 12 clownfish. Nine red snappers. 7 sunfish. And 1 10,000 manta. And look, 2.1 million. Doing good, doing good. Oh, hold the phone. I was looking at something just here a moment ago. I actually forgot about this. Can you believe my luck, Mutt? The Ryushima Coast used to be a dangerous place, but now we don't hear any stories about monsters at all. It's almost like all the evil around here has disappeared. It means no one needs to buy things from me anymore. You're my only customer now, Mutt. So because we defeated Lechku and Nechku, we got the Tundra Beads available now. Look at that. I forgot that you can get the Tundra Beads this early. And we can get ice off of them too. So there you have it. You can actually get all of the divine instruments before going into the final part of the game. Now, I feel a little silly because I used up the only gold dust available to me, so I can't power them up yet. But we can give them a go. They are still the most powerful rosary that we have access to at this point in time. They cost us 500,000, so we don't have that going for us anymore. But that's no big deal. Unfortunately, I think this is going to be one of those crows. It is. That's okay. So they work just like any other rosary. However, let's put them as our sub-weapon instead. You know, I could have sworn I've opened this oyster before. Or clam, or whatever you want to call it. Do I just keep forgetting about it? It's possible. So let's see what the Tundra Beads look like on Amaterasu. Look at that. And Rapid fire. There's a lot of them, too. We'll wear them for now. Won't be doing much fighting with them, but it'll be a nice change of pace. So yes, remember, one of the stray beads is over, I believe it is over here. There's that bandit spider cave, and in one of the previous streams we went down there and dealt with that. I personally don't prefer doing that until endgame, whenever obtaining all the strongest weapons. However, as soon as you have access to them, you can go ahead and do them. So we're going ahead and do a little save right here. And we can see how the beads... Well, there'll be another fight over here. We'll see how the beads fare against some of the later game enemies. Non-powered up. Or unpowered, or however you want to say it. Excuse me. Oh, I accidentally iced him. And that's how you can see the tundra beads in effect. So yeah, the last three divine instruments are very unique in how you can use elements off of them. Fire for solar flare, ice for the tundra beads, and lightning for thunder edge. So let's go ahead and talk to Onigiri-sensei. We've got a couple of moves that we still need to get. Of course, we need to get Brown Rage, which is 2 million, which we had until recently. But let's go ahead and get Bead String and Sword Dance. So we'll go ahead and equip these. And we're going to just ignore what he has to say. Because honestly, we've heard his spiel before. So we're just like, boom. Oh, boom. Hooray. Our beads are powered up because we have them in both slots. And I think he'll give us a bone? Yep. And then we'll just quickly throw on Thunder Edge and Eighth Wonder. These are blessedly cheap. It's only about 110,000 for both of them together. That's still quite a bit, considering we still need 2 million in total for the final move. One thing I think is really cool about having two glaives at the same time is you can charge one up, but you can also charge this one up. There we go. He's getting mad at me because I took too long. And a bone for us. Thank you. So if you try to do this one and then this one, your main one interrupts it. But if you start with your main, charging it up, and then you start charging up the second one, you can charge both of your glaives at the same time. I don't think I actually ever knew you could do that. So if you charge up your first glaive and then charge up your second glaive, so you have both of them, wait for your second glaive to do that, and then release both of them. Ammy does a swipe up, an uppercut, and then she swipes coming back down. That's really neat. I don't usually like to play like that because I like having a reflector for my for blocking. But that is really cool. Oh wait, does she just do it anyway? I guess she'll do it if you keep on tapping the button. It's just really cool. Something I have never really seen before because it's not the kind of playstyle I utilize. Okay. Let's go ahead and re-equip our reflectors. Then we'll visit our good buddy Kokari. Okay, let's see. What should we start with? We need... Let's start with some small night only fish. At least that's what we'll try to get. We do have to listen to going like that all the time. Well, there's one fish. It's not the night-only fish that we need, but it is a fish. That's a small one.
Yeah, we already have a scallop as well.
What about you? Are you? Whoa. That one's fast. Because I think this one is still considered small. Yep, there we go. That's the one I was looking for. So now we just need mediums and larges. Just keep it. Try this one. That's a squid. It spins around very funny. I think we needed this too. I believe this is a yellowtail, but we could have already had this one, and I'm just not remembering. Regardless, got it now. Okay, that's another one we need. This is a night-only fish. Okay, and we do need a large night-only fish. That looks to be a large size right there. Let's see if we can get that one. Although, maybe it's just another monkfish. It is another monkfish. It's okay. So cash in pocket's not a bad thing, considering we just spent a lot on a new weapon as well as some new moves. We still need money for... one, for the gold dust that's available in the Arc of Yamato, and also for that final move at the dojo. That's a big fish. Those are big fish. Oh, geez, this is probably a marlin. Marlin are feisty. Yep. Which marlin are also the most expensive fish, so it's really not that big of a thing. But goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. Let's keep it nighttime, please. Golly, that was a big one over there. Let's try for you, though. Well, that's another yellowtail, which is weird because the source is telling me that they're daytime fish. This is most decidedly nighttime. Oh, Jesus, is this another marlin? No, I don't think so. It's a little too sensitive to be a marlin. Let's see, what is this? Come here, fishy. Ah, it's an oarfish. Do need this one. We began our fishing adventure with Kokari, and now we're ending it with Kokari. Okay, I don't believe there are any more nighttime fish that we need to catch. Nope. This list. I'm using the list that's on the fandom wiki, by the way, for anybody that's wondering. We just need daytime fish now. There's one daytime fish, and then everything else can be caught in either day or night. Is this gonna be just a marlin again? Oh, I think so. We're looking for the supreme tuna now is the thing. It's a daytime only large fish, and I think it's as big as the marlin as far as the shadow goes. Oh, this is the supreme tuna! Yay! I think this will be the last large fish we need to find too. Everything else is going to be medium size or lower. Actually, I think that we're done with the smalls as well. I think we just need to find medium fish. And the day-night fish are also completely taken care of. Matter of fact, looks like the only fish I'm missing is an octopus. So let's see if we can't catch ourselves an octopus. This might be a small. Oh, wow. Ask and ye shall receive. That might have been it. Let's have a look. The seahorse, the monkfish, ugh, the octopus, the flying fish, the supreme tuna, and the oarfish. Well, that's it. That's the fishing tome completely finished. Now we have... I had to look at that. Now we have 2 more moves. We just need to get the last Brown Rage, which is going to cost 2 million yen. And we need 500,000 more. Now, I'm fairly certain we will get at least 1 million yen from doing both of these Devil Gate trials. So I'm thinking we're not going to worry about that. At least not right now. So fortunately, the fishing didn't take an extremely long time. And that is complete. No longer need to worry about it. Alright. So with one more quick save, I'm going to call it there and say thank you so much for watching. those of you that showed up and watched the stream, thank you, thank you. It means a whole lot. One of these days we'll have more people, but until then, thank you, thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button, leaving a comment down below, just engage in however way you want. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitch, Treatcluff, both there and on YouTube. And I'll see you again in the next one. Good day, goodbye, and have a good one.